Hey, what is up, guys? It's Giltspire here, and welcome back to Champions of the Fog. I am joined here today by Avytaan. How you doing today?
I'm doing great, excited for these games. And, it's always exciting to be here, and every single one is always different. So I'm looking forward to it, what we got today.
Yeah, it should be a ton of fun because we actually got the top two teams right now in qualifier number ones, both of them undefeated. We got Ruby Wolves versus Exodus.
Undefeated, you say?
Yeah, both of them have won their last two matches through and through. So this is for the top prize of a invite to season 3 of Champions of the Fog, starting up in April.
Very nice. That should be exciting for them. Maybe nerve-wracking perhaps, but I think more excited than anything. So yeah, I am looking forward to this.
I am very excited as well. We are jumping right on in, and we are going to be on Rancid. And our killer pool consists of the good old boy Bubba, the artist, and the twins. So it'll be very interesting to see here what these killers decide to bring.
Well, I am personally excited for Bubby himself because I just love, like I was telling you before this match started, I love Bubba gameplay. I find it so fun. So artists, Rue knows this. I'm pretty sure you've heard him talk about it. I'm not a big fan of artists and twins, but watching it is another thing. So
that's fair. That's fair. You know, don't want to stifle the creativity that the artist brings.
True.
But speaking of, we see Slow here of Ruby Wolves bringing the artist and sending some crows out, trying to get some information, but hitting a whole lot of nothing.
I actually do like that about the artist, that she can do that the moment that she starts the match. She can shoot her birds to the okay, there you go. There you find one person. Her birds are very informational.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of information that can be gotten, but we heard that Claudette there on a totem, and we actually saw 2 totems on the map. So that would suggest a good old Ruin Undying, more likely than not. And Claudette, was that a bounce landing? It was not, but there is the Dead Hard.
Oh, that's painful. That hurts.
that is a rough one right there, to say the least. We do, in the meanwhile, see that first totem get cleansed, but Keeperly will be going up on the hook as the first survivor here.
Oh, look at that corrupt, by the way. It's not very tight at all. There's 2 next to each other, but the third one is way far from the other 2.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a bad split here, especially as now we do see Slow kind of camping out this hook. So, I mean, a lot of good pressure here that Slow can provide. And you can see there, they're throwing crows over by their totem. So they're looking to keep that ruin up if at all possible.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, and there you go.
Yeah, that's 2 hits there with the crows, and looks like there was someone over by that totem. And so Slow here, I think, is going to force Keeperly to second stage. Ooh. Unfortunately for them, they did not care about the crows and actually will get that ruined totem.
You know, I thought crows would interrupt actions, kind of like Doctor interrupts, opening doors or unhooks. I thought the birds would do the same for artists, but I imagine they'll be a little bit strong. So,
just a little bit. They thankfully do not. They actually have almost a opposite reaction to where if you're trying to get crows off of you mid-chase, you have to, not throw pallets, not vault, otherwise it resets. So it's kind of interesting in that regard. But we now have a 1 perk artist in the mix, and they're getting some really good hits here from the crows. However, I mean, these survivors are still sitting on gens.
Oh, yeah. And they're just taking the birds. She can get that one time. Oh, man.
Definitely. Definitely a rough spot for these survivors right now. We see that first gen popping off, and I would be surprised not to see another 2. Ooh. But looks like they're gonna camp Keeperly to death here, which makes a lot of sense. I mean, they have all the time in the world, and they know at least one other survivor is not on gens. And so Nancy got injured. She got injured with the crows, and they're gonna try and go for the unhook. They do get the grab cancel. Now everyone is injured. And let's see if Slow ends up going for the tunnel on the Claudette.
Oh, man. Oh, lordy.
Like, if you're in this position, you're the Claudette right now, like, what are you thinking?
Yes. Oh, my God. Well, I mean, I'd be very, very, like, clenching right now trying to... Because around this building right here, even though it used to be stronger, I feel, but, like, I don't know, like, when you're trying to get away from the artist specifically, she's anti-loop. However, if you're fast on your feet, and oh, there you go.
Yeah, be fast as you will. Unfortunately, the crows do not care. And we do see the down on Keeperly. Their only saving grace now will be if there is a decisive strike. And I don't know, based on the way they're playing, I think I would be a little bit hesitant to go for this pickup here. And we do see kind of Slow have that same mentality, kind of throwing crows around and trying to get a sense for where these survivors are. And we see that gen pop off. They're going to try and shotgun this here. And will they get the hit? They will not.
Now, survivors can't see the aura of the bird, so they can kind of avoid it if they can. So but if you're not paying attention, those birds get on your butt.
Yeah, that is very true. And do you see what I saw right there?
Yes, I did.
That there was Scourge Hook Pain Resonance. So these survivors know what all 4 perks are on the artist. There is no end game build in sight, no Noed, no way out. Just the good old Rune Undying and Scourge Hook Pain Resonance. So gonna be interesting to see here what these survivors are going to do. I mean, at the very least, I think Slow's going to be able to get this a 2K going into the next trial.
Yeah, now it's just artist just playing artist from the 1 perk on her. It's a good perk, but you know, it's just artist now.
Yeah, that is fair. That is fair. I mean, we're gonna see the hook here on Quentin, and I'm trying to think of who actually got the unhook earlier. It wasn't Nancy, but I just don't know if it was Quentin or if it was Adam is the problem.
The one who got Claudette?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was Quentin. Quentin got it, if I remember correctly. Yeah.
So there's a possibility then that we might see a deliverance come up here.
Ooh, very true, very true. Oh, that gen is very much progressed.
Yeah, the artist definitely is in a bit of a spot here, though. A lot of gens with some decent progression. We did see that Scourge Hook on the middle gen, and then a dry kick on the one on the left and on the right. But they might just opt to force Ultra to second stage. I mean, at most they can only do, 3 generators right now, or 2 generators right now. The third one would still be left up to the survivors to do after the Quentin moves to second stage. So I think this is a pretty good play by the artist, all things considered.
For sure, because there was a 3 gen back there, but I believe they broke it slightly. There are 2 gens next to her right now, so she can actually. Oh, there it is. However, oh no.
That is probably the most painful thing that the artist could have experienced right there, because they're waiting that full 60 seconds and all of that value just to be denied by the deliverance. Really, really great stuff. And that other gen popped off now. They are in a world of hurt, whether or not Ultra has a decisive strike or a unbreakable.
Yeah, these gens are wonderfully spread apart, so these survivors are comfy right now. However, it all depends on the artist now, like can she predict her, if the survivors can predict her birds or not, or what she decides to do.
Yeah, I mean, this gen over here with the Adam had some pretty good progression, so I imagine they're going to be over here. We see scratch marks. That does confirm that.
Yep.
I'm actually really surprised they didn't continue to go after Adam, as Adam actually has yet to be hooked, so it'd be a really great place for the artist to hook a fresh survivor, but instead, looks like they're going to be going for Ultra here, and they do reapply the crows to Ultra.
Oh my goodness. No dead hard, at least not yet, unless he's saving it for another time.
No, we saw Dead Hard earlier on Keeperly, so artists here, knowing that full well, able to...
Oh.
Wait one second.
I didn't... I didn't notice you made the second stage. Okay, there you go. Another kill for her.
I is confused. He definitely deliverance, right?
He did. Yes, he did. He may have. Wait. Oh, you're right. Wait, how did he?
But he dead.
He did. Yeah. That's DVD? Question mark.
I'd have to.
Interesting.
I'm trying to think here, like, if there's anything that happened that I missed, like, maybe it wasn't deliverance instead of a second wind? But I'm pretty sure that was a deliverance in the face.
Yeah,
did he do it just too late and move to second stage?
What? That was odd. Okay.
I'll get some confirmation from my refs to what happened there, but maybe DBD doing some DBD things.
Oh, you know, that's not rare at all. That's actually the first time I would see that, though. I never seen that happen before, ever. Unless, I don't know, maybe the game was confused and didn't register that maybe he deliverance the moment that he was gonna hit second stage, and like the game could not register which one to do. So that's weird.
Yeah, I mean,
interesting.
This is a really interesting scenario. I'm getting confirmation from my refs right now on like what happened there. It does look like it is a potential bug. However, it is something that theoretically is on the survivors if they deli too late. It definitely has been in the game for a while, to my knowledge. I just haven't seen it happen in so long that I forgot it existed. So I guess the question is, what do we do now?
Right. Oh my god. I had never seen it before, to be honest. Never. Interesting.
Yeah, to my knowledge, it only happens when you deliverance really
exactly on the line.
Late.
Oh.
And I think that's exactly what we saw there, where it just happened at the last moment and being a little bit greedy with that deliverance.
Gotcha. Okay. Interesting. Okay. I mean, I love deliverance, but I don't run it enough to see it or have happened to me, nor have I seen it on a teammate before. So this is my first time seeing this. Interesting. Now I know. Well, we got Mr. I was just calling him Ace. Adam by himself here. Hit to the he's hugging the wall.
Trying to hit over that fence. I mean, it is something that you can do. Force the Adam into the vault.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do here after this match is we're going to do a quick be right back. I'm just going to confirm with my refs as well as the two teams in the match to see what we're going to do with that bug right there. So do stay tuned for that, and thank you much for your patience and understanding, as we'll be right back with the final verdict of what we're going to do next. But on that note, we'll see you in just a little bit.
All right, sit tight. Am I here? Okay.
Oh, wrong buttons. That's the rules. You guys can see the rules and not Avi. With that being said, guys, thank you much for your patience and understanding given the circumstances. Long story short, basically this is a documented thing to where if you deliverance within outside of that 60-second window, it still does progress due to how DBD works. So if you start to unhook yourself at 59 seconds and it takes a second, pushes you to 60, you'll move to second stage even though you do get off of the hook. Due to this and the precedent it would set for us to do a restart or rematch due to this bug, we will not be doing a rematch out of fear of similar situations happening. An instance that another team does it, whether maliciously or not, and does then request a restart. In the future, it is going to be more or less a use deliverance late at your own risk. Make sure that you do not use deliverance at the 59.5 second mark and do it a little bit earlier, though I can understand wanting to do so as late as possible to get as much value out of the hook state as possible. With that being said, we are going to move on to our next match between Ruby Wolves and Exodus. And right now we are looking at Ruby Wolves with 24 points with the 4K and Exodus with 8 points. But with that being said, I believe Exodus will now be up for Killer. And we are currently waiting on the lobby to set up. And Avi, thank you much for us, waiting for that decision. It was an interesting time, to say the least, talking with the teams and discussing of what we were going to do. But nonetheless, that was a pretty exciting artist match, wouldn't you say?
Of course, it was. It had a lot of, besides that, a very confusing little unhook. Besides that, I think it went pretty darn well for her. You would think that it was going to be like a 2-mana or 3, but she was able to turn it back on her side, so for sure.
Yeah, it's one of those situations that, is wicked unique, and, I can definitely see from the Survivor side, they thought they had those 60 seconds to do that last generator, and, I mean, you and I talked about it, where that generator in that corner was wicked progress, so definitely understandable of, how that, late deliverance, moving to second stage, just kind of threw a wrench into the plans of the Survivors. I definitely, by no means, envy them in that situation. Yeah. But with that being said, I think right now, after all of that, Exodus is currently figuring out what killer they are going to bring to the table, who they're going to bring to Rancid.
Sounds good. Oh, man.
But with that being said, I know that you have a love for Bubba. Would you want to see a Bubba round this match?
Of course! I love it because, not only do I like watching it, I love going against one. Not a lot of people are fans of Bubby because, that's the obvious reason, because usually, I don't typically say that, but I hear a lot of this comment that Bubby players like to do what Bubba likes to do best, which is camping, insidious, and all that jazz. But I personally love the chase. So I like watching perspective because I like seeing how people are so controlled with their chainsaw. They're so patient. They can go around, because you can easily bump into an object and mess up your chase completely. So it's really nice, seeing that control. So I'm excited to watch how this player handles Mr. Bubby himself.
Yeah, it will be interesting to say the least. Right now, if we're looking at what Exodus needs to do, they are going to need to get a 4K before 4 gens pop. It is a tall order. So between Twins, Bubba, and Artist, not gonna lie, I'm really thinking maybe the Twins are the way to go. Bring Thanatophobia, slow down the game, make sure that only 2 survivors are on gens at one time. I think that might be the play from a killer perspective. They're looking to bring this back in some way, shape, or form. Yes. But, maybe a hyper-aggressive Bubba could do it too.
You know what? I remember watching a streamer who had, I forget the name of the add-ons, think it's chili probably, or speed. No, not speed limiter. It was chili for sure. I think that's the one that extends the chainsaw. Am I correct? The chili add-on.
Yeah,
exactly.
I mean,
okay.
chili, and like either double chili is very common to see with Bubba, or chili and beast marks. Like those two are the most commonly used add-ons for Bubba, no doubt about it. So definitely will be interesting to see, if we do see a Bubba, if they're going to be bringing those add-ons, or if they're going to be bringing something else entirely. I think. If I was Bubba on Rancid, I think double chili would make a lot of sense to me, as there isn't a lot of distance between tiles, so I definitely want that extended charge to try and catch up a little bit faster. But if I'm thinking, like I said, like all up, trying to get a 4K before 4 gens, I would definitely say like twins and like just micromanaging who can do what with the twins might not be a half bad idea.
Yeah. Yeah, because like I was talking about the add-ons specifically because I remember watching a streamer who brought those add-ons and he was able to down all 4 people in one chainsaw, and it was I'm pretty sure it was sad for the team, but it was so satisfying for this specific player himself. So I was like, that is crazy. If you can get people together like that, and it's game over. That's like one thing. When I remember when Bubby first released, and people were like, what's the difference between Bubba and Billy? Obviously, Bubby can do down people at once. I'm sorry, multiple people at once. So,
I'll still remember some of my most satisfying moments literally is, just getting like a back-to-back-to-back downs with Bubba. Because like sometimes too, like you're just right there on the end of your chainsaw dash and you just barely get them on the last swing. Just so satisfying to say the least.
I think the funniest thing that could happen when you're Bubba as well, and I've seen it happen, even when I play Bubby myself a while back, because I don't play Log Killer, but when I do like to play him. When you mess up the chainsaw, you bump into an object, and the survivor gets a little cocky. He comes back around to maybe point at you, maybe teabag a little bit, and what happens? They get a little too close to my tantrum, and you get them with that.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so fun to do that. I never knew that you could get somebody with tantrum even. That's so
yeah,
silly.
I mean, you want to know one cool thing that people forget all the time about Bubba is the fact that if you're able to get to a down pallet or breakable wall while Bubba's in tantrum, you can actually end the tantrum early. So like if you're ever in that situation, just try your best to try and like eke out over there, and then you'll be able to make it work.
Right. You know, something else that I struggle to learn is, when people try to counter his chainsaw by jumping into a locker type thing, and you try to time it when to jump out, because if you jump out too late, he can pull you out of that locker.
Yep.
I think I have had one successful escape with him having to M1 me. But the majority of the times, I get grabbed out of that locker and I'm just like, ugh.
Yeah, the biggest thing, like if you're a survivor trying to learn the timing, the biggest thing I can always recommend is when he does that final up and his arms are above his head and you just time it just right. You want to jump out then, because then at the most he can M1 you. But if you do it any later and it's already down, then you're in big trouble.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think most of the times, unless you do some 6 spins or, you do something that he misses, usually, even if you don't get get grabbed out of the locker, you can get away with like a little hit, but I will rarely see somebody like do like a nice little spin to make him whiff, and then you can get away with that. But at least you can try and like get out of there. And if you have an LT wall or a pallet nearby, it's a perfect escape right there.
Yeah,
like it's in now. I'll have to pay attention to that now.
Yeah, no, those little things, and you learn it just over time, either playing as or playing against. But, definitely some really good stuff to keep in mind here, especially if we do see Bubba Boy here. But like I said, I would be surprised. We'll have to wait and see. Hopefully not wait too long now to see what Osaka from Exodus is going to be bringing today. I'm trying to remember like what I've seen Osaka play in the past. And, like, I don't think I've seen him play Artist before. So my best bet is either Bubba or Twins. I think that is more likely than not what we're going to see here today.
Okay. You know what? I talked about this when I was hosting with Rue a while back. Twins an artist, like all the killers that we have spoken, the ones that I dislike the most, to me, I call them hypocritical killers. The reason why is like I hate going against them as Survivor, but I do
Yep.
enjoy watching killer gameplay of those killers. So,
You know what? That's fair.
Yeah, I do enjoy it. So we just saw an artist match. So let's do it with twins. And you know what? Let me tell something else. I actually started to tolerate twins a little better. Like I used to hate Deathslinger. Now Deathslinger is like nothing to me. He's like, okay, we're going against Slinger. That's fine. But twins, I've grown to slowly lower my like when you go against one.
Fair.
Yeah, it's getting there. It's getting there where I'm tolerating them better. So I'm fine with watching gameplay as well.
Yeah, that is fair. I can definitely understand that. It's like Billy for me, I'd say. Billy is probably one of my worst killers that I have in my repertoire at this point. But man, I love seeing some good Billy play.
Yes.
Like, it's one of those things that, like, I wish I could play Billy better. I just have not gotten there yet, so he frustrates the hell out of me. But, like, seeing some people from, like, Cerebral Assassins, for example, playing Billy, ooh, it is fun stuff.
Yes, I feel like, okay, Billy, oh my lord, I have gone against chains, like I saw this before, where I find chainsaw only Billy so fun. So like whenever I've gone against Billy, so you can tell they're learning, they're trying to learn him, but I appreciate the heck out of those people who actually try to go for chainsaws only. Of course, M1ing is fine, but you know how it is right now with the Survivor thing, that when you see that happening, you make fun of the poor Billy. So, but when you see people actually using like their main insta down, it's so admirable, especially from me, from someone who I don't know how to play killer at all. I just smack rocks, okay? So, oh yeah, Billy gameplays are absolutely fun for me.
That's fair. No, I really do enjoy some Billy. What about Nurse? Nurse, unfortunately, I mean, we're hoping that she comes back.
I miss her.
You know, in some ways I do, in some ways I don't. I have to be honest, not having Nurse around during comp play has kind of been nice because we see a variety of killers now where, you know, we're not seeing nothing but Nurse. But, you know, hopefully with this next chapter coming out on Tuesday, we'll see Nurse coming back into the fray.
Yeah, I mean, I personally enjoy going against nurses even. Like, again, I'm a Survivor main, so you're always going to hear me saying that I love going against this killer or not. But I do enjoy going against nurses. I love going against any killer that keeps me awake and on my feet. So I do miss her, personally. I do. So hopefully she does come back. Including with that scary, terrifying killer we're getting. I am not ready for that. So
I am so ready for the next chapter. My first day, much like the PTB, I'm gonna be trying to go into every single match, trying to mori every single survivor. We almost did that during the PTB. I actually have a video up on YouTube of me moring 3 survivors in back-to-back matches. And so I'm hoping that maybe we might be able to get the 4th on live servers.
Very nice. Yeah, like, I have actually wanted Ringo for the longest time. Like, we all have that one chapter we want to see in DVD, right? Ringo was one of them. I have wanted her because she, oh my lord, she's the terror of my childhood. So I didn't get to play PTB because I was that scared. I didn't want to play against her. So I just watched gameplay, and even watching gameplay, I would jump, I would get freaked out, oh my lord, I would see the streamer's reaction, I would react even twice that. So
so I'm sure you love the fact that she jump scares you during lobby.
Yes! Oh lord, yes. I don't know if you guys have seen Die Hard Diva's reaction to that. She just screamed and ran out of her chair. I love that. I don't blame her. And when I saw... Go ahead.
I know, I was going to say, I just absolutely love it. It's such a cool little thing that they added in. And I love the flavor that they, like, add in here and there. Like, for example, also, like, Nemesis with the unique Mori when he Mori's Jill, for example. That, too. Like, just those little details. Just, you know, spice it up just a little bit.
True, yeah. Like, it's like I've been wanting... I just miss the spoopy aspect. Like the very actual... I wanted a scary killer for so long. So I'm just glad we're getting one again.
That is fair, but we are back once again, and surprisingly enough, we're seeing Osaka bring the artist. Like I said, I haven't seen him play artist before, so I'm very curious.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Miss Bird Lady herself.
Indeed, indeed. They're out on the prowl looking for these survivors, yet to find one, but, you know, maybe not the Dire Crow, but they have found some survivors via the Entity's Crows, and looks like we're going to go right on into the main building, and A's going to take a whack over that fence, no doubt about that.
Yep. Oh, yeah. By the way, we did see one totem get broken. We see another one, so there is indeed a dying ruin, possibly.
Ooh, it's gonna be a close one, and Ace goes down.
Oh, the pain.
I'm watching that, and I feel for the Ace, to be honest. I'm like, ooh.
Yeah. I was like, no. It's always the window walls. I'm just like,
yeah, seriously. And we see Crows over here at the hook. These survivors either trying to go for this totem and or go for the body block. But looks like we're going to see a chase instead over by this tile. I mean, definitely an interesting position for Osaka to be in. And nope, there are no survivors in that locker today.
I noticed that he hooked near a totem. That little glowy right there. He's protecting two things at once, so more power to her.
Yeah, I mean, it makes a lot of sense in this scenario. You're able to camp out the survivors, the totems right next to the hook. I mean, forcing them to second stage is definitely going to be a huge boon for the artist, to say the least. And she's also able to harass these gens from afar, but...
Oh, yeah.
Looking to potentially leave the hook? They're gonna give the unhook, which is wicked surprising. They saw the survivor go past them, but heeded them no mind.
Wonder if they noticed. I mean, they probably communicated. Oh, they might are. Oh, they tried to go for it.
Yeah, I don't know if Ace was trying to go for the totem there, or just trying to hide out and wait, thinking that maybe the artist wouldn't think that they would, you know, be so bold. But also the artist just double checking and will end up hitting the Claudette with a Dire Crow.
Ooh. Nice window fake.
Yeah, really good window fake by Ace there, and artist taking another swing. Does get pal stunned by the Ace. And looks like, yeah, he's going to just keep on going. He is the Energizer Bunny for this team.
He's doing the midnight song. He just keep on planning. Oh, God. Oh, no. Wait. Oh, I thought he should have hit. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, that was a really good attempted body block there by the Claude, but just not able to make it happen. Will result in Ace going back up on the hook.
Same hook. The same hook you go.
Yeah, and we look there, we saw the Feng Min jump off that totem, so really good job going back there as well. Surprised they hadn't seen the Feng Min, but looks like they're going to opt to go for the Nancy instead here. No one felt well that Feng Min's probably going to go for the unhook.
Let's see, oh man. Yeah, usually when I run against an artist, like it's so, oh my lord, I'm surprised she's not using, all right, there you go, nice little moonwalk there. I'm surprised.
Some pretty cheeky mind games.
They got it.
Yeah, I mean, they made a decision here, right? They decided that they wanted to go for the totem first and the unhook second. Especially if you look at that unhook there, that is a bit of kinship, I do think.
True.
Currently slowing down that second phase on Fats here.
Oh my, you know what? I never see that perk being run at all in my games, so I forget that perk exists. But, hey, it works out right here.
Yeah, in comp, it makes a world of difference, especially when the killer, you know, finds that survivor first. And we see how impactful that is, where the survivors were able to sit on the totem rather than going for the unhook. But Artist straight up body blocking right there, stopping them from getting by. But Artist now needs to do something. Gets the hit on Claudette.
Oh my god.
Oh, this could be a dangerous situation. They need another survivor. Healed and ready to go for the unhook, but they body blocked the Claudette. Hey, look at that. Some really good play there, but no BT.
Possibly decisive if Ace was willing to take the hit. But if that's the case, the artist is going to ignore it for now.
Yeah, I don't know if the ace even had a choice there, but like, it's definitely a possibility that he might have decisive, though I feel like he probably would have still had that on the first time he got downed.
Oh, the power of sound. Oh my, oh.
Yeah, that there definitely a bit of a pucker, to say the least, for that Claudette. You know, really not sure if they're going to get hit there, but looks like they're going to go back for the picked up ace. And, oh man, that was such a situational thing right there, where the healthy Feng Min was able to body block for the injured Claudette. Definitely talk about cooperation with your teammates. But things are not looking good here for Osaka, as they're trying to get this ace out of the game, but they up and disappeared.
He just lost? I didn't even know where he went. I lost him myself.
Yeah, I'll be honest in saying I had no idea, to say the least. And
I saw
Ace,
him in a,
he made a getaway there.
Very nice. Yeah, she had the game for a second, and then unfortunately, yeah, she seems to be losing people at the moment. So she's trying to find someone, and everybody got away.
Yeah, everyone's reset and ready to go. We do see both the ace and the Claudette here. However, there's only 2 gens remaining, so they need to do something and fast. Otherwise, this game will surely slip through their fingers. And Ace, he ain't going back into that shack. He said, no, thank and you. I'm going to hold W for dear life.
The shack pallet has been thrown, so the shack is not safe at all anymore. Oh, I gotta say, her bird hits are pretty nice.
Oh yeah, done some really good stuff. Unfortunately, just not able to follow up on the dire crows. Not able to get an injure off of them. Just able to get the, you know, swarm instead. But they're going to be aiming to get it here, and they do box the ace in, and looks like they will be dropping down into the basement.
The basement, the dungeons of dungeons. Oh, he comes body blocks, possibly? Oh, no.
Yeah, unfortunately, unless there's like a breakout and all 3 survivors, I don't think the ace is leaving here alive. And we now see Osaka trying to send out the crows and get them off the gens. But unfortunately, I think it is a little bit too late, as the last gen has been completed, and that will secure victory for Ruby Wolves.
And we see there is no haste, so obviously you just hit the Nancy, so there was no endgame perk that we know at the moment. So, and there you go. Oh, man.
And unfortunately, for the artists, we know every single perk that they had available to them. That was the Ruin, Undying, Corrupt, and last but not least, the Pop Goes the Weasel. So no Noed here, as they knew once that 5th gen had popped off, that was the game. And we see all 3 survivors hit by the dire crows. Not that it will mean much here, as they will get a 3-man out.
Oh, Lord. Oh, man. Well, good game. It went one way at first, and then they went another way at the end, so...
Indeed, indeed. I mean, some really good plays there by Osaka. The keystone of that entire match, though, was no doubt that unhook and body block by the Feng Min. So good stuff there by Rules, just thinking on their feet. But with that being said, GG, well played to both X's and Ruby Wolves. And congratulations to Ruby Wolves for securing your invite to Season 3 of Champions of the Fog here in April.
Very nice. I'm excited for that.
Yeah, should be an exciting time. They are one of the first additions to Season 3, so very good stuff indeed. But with that being said, that's the end of our day. We're ending wicked early, to say the least. We're normally here until like 8 p.m. CST, but with the qualifiers, they are going wicked quick. So with that being said, Avi, before we do go, where can everyone find you next time you go live?
Well, I am actually going to go live tomorrow, Monday at 7 p.m. PST. So if you guys would like to come and join me for some DVD, I'll be right there to give you some entertainment things that I can. So, but congratulations to the gamers today, and I'll see you guys next time.
Awesome. And of course, guys, I am your Commissioner Giltspire. I am an educational Dead by Daylight player here to teach those how to play Killer and survivors how to play against Killer. However, as of late, I've been playing a ton of Elden Ring. I'll actually be live later today at 7 p.m. CST with some more of that. However, I also want to remind everyone that we are partnering with Stream for a Cause. They are a 501c3 based here in the US who believes anyone can make a difference. And that means you guys, as you guys have already generated $110 for Champions for a Cause. You know, Stream for a Cause, they believe that change and advocacy can happen hand in hand with content creators to do that. And that's why I'm asking you guys if you're able to provide any support. $1 can make a world of difference for the causes that these guys are supporting, from Ukraine to Texas and a whole lot more. So definitely make sure to check out Champions for a Cause. And even if you're not able to donate, share out the link that I'm about to put here in chat so that you guys can actually, you know, share the news and share the cause and why we're doing what we're doing. And keep in mind that it also influences Champions of Champions in December, as the amount that we generate will influence the prize pool at the end of the year. Can't tell you what the exact numbers are, but will be interesting to say the least. So do keep that in mind.
Very nice. I love it.
But on that note, guys, we'll be live next Saturday, once again, 12 p.m. CST for Qualifier number 2 of Champions of the Fog Season 3. So definitely be on the lookout for that. And if you guys haven't already and are interested, sign up over on the Discord. All the links are there, so definitely make sure to stop on by, say hi. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask the Enforcers of the Fog or myself over in Discord. But on that note, we'll see y'all then.
Bye-bye. Take care.